This is what the Canada Police had to say about the increasing car thefts in Canada.
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door.
Toronto police were ridiculed in recent days in U.S. and British tabloids and on Australian TV.
You're mocking Canada, and
we are mocking
should mock Canada.
And this was a recent statement made by the US police about the increasing car thefts in the US.
And if somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday. And if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money.
As you can see, car thefts is a big problem in Canada and US. And if you're living in Canada, this video will be really important for you.
It's come to this: thieves busting down doors to steal car keys.
Sorry, lady.
Police in big cities are reporting a steep rise in violence linked to auto theft. In Toronto, in this recent attempted break-in, look closely, and one suspect is seen hiding a handgun. The city is seeing twice as many carjackings now compared to this time last year.
Hi Caind, welcome back to our channel Be Kind. My name is Shrey, and in today's video, we'll discuss the problems that surround the increasing car theft problem in Canada. This problem not just affects those whose car was stolen in the last few months or years, but it also affects all of us. In 2022, insurance companies paid $700 million for vehicle theft claims. This amount increased to $1 billion in 2023. Who do you think will be paying for this additional $300 million? It would be you and I through our increasing insurance premiums. So this problem affects all of us equally. So in addition to living in fear and anxiety of having your car stolen or having your home invaded, we also have to deal with it through another way, which is increasing cost of living. You and I are not alone in this problem. Do you know that the Justice Minister of Canada had their car stolen for as many as 3 times in the last 3 years? Yes, that is true. Even ministers' cars are not safe here. So let's understand more about this problem in Canada, and we have divided this video into 3 sections. First, we will talk about how thieves are able to steal your car so easily. What are some of the most frequent methods that they use? Second, we'll talk about what are some policy lapses which enable them to do it so easily and why there are no punishments. And third, what are some simple steps that you and I can take to better protect our cars and our loved ones? Before we start the video, in case you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It will be a big boost to us and our efforts. In Canada, every 5 minutes a car is stolen. So it is likely that by the time you stop watching this video, at least 2 to 3 cars would have stolen in Canada. And this problem is also more pronounced in few provinces like Ontario and Quebec. Within Ontario, the GTA area is very affected. But Canada is not the worst country in the world when it comes to car thefts. In fact, in this 2018 report, Canada did not even feature in the list of top countries in the world when ranked on car thefts. But recently, there has been a lot of increase in the car thefts crime in Canada, which has garnered a lot of negative attention around the world. So let me try to explain with an example. So in that report, New Zealand was one of the highest ranked countries when it comes to car thefts in the world. So imagine this is the level of car theft crime for New Zealand. As you can see, it's pretty high on this ranking, and that's why the glass is that much full. And imagine in 2018, this was Canada. The crime was very limited. So as you can see, this was New Zealand and this was Canada. Now imagine this is the increase in car thefts that has happened in the last few years. If I pour this increase in the New Zealand car theft problem, it will not make a big difference. The glass still remains almost as full as prior. But if this was the increase in Canada, the increase is the same, but because it was lower in the glass, the increase seems much more significant in the case of Canada because our starting point in crime was very low. So that is why it is a very big problem for Canada. I hope this example helped you understand the severity of car thefts around the world. So now let's look at what are some of the common ways through which thieves are likely to steal your car. So the first aspect is the age-old method of copying the keys. The second way through which cars are being stolen are when the thieves use a signal booster. So this is especially relevant for cars which have keyless entry, because in that case, one thief will stand near your door and he will hold a signal booster which will catch the signals coming from your car keys somewhere inside the house, and the other person will stand near the car and use that signal booster to get access to the car keys, and then they will very quickly drive away. So this is becoming a very big menace. The third method that is being used nowadays, criminals also have a device through which they can open car keys without even using that booster. I was also surprised myself to hear about it, but you can watch this video where this thief in UK opens a car while sitting outside the car, and there is nobody with a signal booster. The car's owners have gone inside Tesco, so they are nowhere near the car, but still, without sounding an alarm or without doing anything, the thief is able to open the car and drive away without even as much as a single dent.
The equipment I got will actually send a request signal to the keyless vehicle module, and that will then open the vehicle. Yeah?
My amazement, in under 20 seconds he had unlocked the car.
The fourth method, and which is the most dangerous one, and that's what we are seeing nowadays, are home invasions. This is where thieves will kick the door, get inside and ask you for your keys and sometimes even other valuables. This is a very big threat to anybody living inside the house, and this is one of the most dangerous ones as well. Recently there was a very scary case in Milton where thieves not even stole the car but also took many other valuables, and this creates so much fear in the people living inside the house. So it's a very scary situation to find yourself in. So these are some of the more popular ways that criminals are taking to take your vehicle, and they always seem to be one step ahead of the curve because this is an organized crime. And why do they do it? While I can list a lot of reasons like unemployment, high cost of living, drugs, guns, terrorism, all of this is linked, but this will require a separate video. We are not deep diving into what causes this behavior. Let's now look at why is it so easy for thieves to steal cars in Ontario and Canada. So we will just look at some policy gaps which are leaving the gap open for thieves to steal the cars. So the first thing is the risk to reward ratio is very skewed towards stealing the cars. What I mean by that is the law in Canada treats car theft as property crime, which is in the same bucket as stealing a bicycle. So the first time a criminal is caught stealing cars, there isn't much penalty for them and they are back on the roads the second day. So it will take at least 3 arrests for them to be registered as a serial offender, and then only a punishment is awarded. So as you can see, it will take a lot of effort on the police departments to catch the criminals repeatedly. Only then will they suffer any consequences. So until there are any changes in the laws, it will remain very easy for criminals to enter this field. The second thing which I have understood as a gap is the lack of funding and resources available to police as well as the border patrol agencies. As we know, the cars which are stolen in anywhere across the Canada, they most likely make their way to Montreal, where there is a port, and from that port cars are shipped in containers and they are taken to Africa, Europe, sometimes as far as Dubai, which is 11,000 kilometers away. But due to lack of funding and resources at the border patrol, CBSA agents are only able to physically check very limited number of containers. So while they know that the cars are being shipped out, they do not have the necessary resources available. Lastly, there is no close coordination between various forces working towards this problem. At least that's what we understand from watching various videos. There was this person that tracked their car using an AirTag, and they saw it being taken from their house in Toronto, moving towards Ontario, and finally it was in Montreal for 3 days. They alerted the police departments, but they were also not able to help because there was no close coordination. So just to understand this, let me show you an example. Imagine this is a building complex and there are various committees in that building. There is a garden committee, there is a housing committee, and there is a security committee. So each committee is equally powerful and they are responsible for only their set of rules and regulations. Now, in this building, there is a water leak happening in one of the towers. But none of the committees look at the problem holistically. They will only look at their problem from their point of view. The garden committee will only be concerned that the water leak should not affect the garden because their plants will get affected. The security committee will ask all the people to leave the building, and the housing committee will be concerned about the image of the tower because the prices will start going down. So all of them were right in doing the things as per their point of view, but nobody called a plumber and helped address the deeper issue, which increased the problem and entire building was collapsed. This is how the situation is looking like in Canada because each agency is not working together to solve this issue. So until that happens, it will continue to remain a menace to the society. So while all of this is happening at the macro level, what are some things that you and I can do to prevent car crime? Please note that whoever is doing this activity is a dangerous criminal and they are often armed as well. They have guns, so please don't engage with them. Please remember that your life is more precious than your car. Your car is insured, but your life unfortunately is not. Your life and your loved ones are far more important than the car. The first thing is to be alert. Always, when you're out in the market, ensure that you're always locking your car when you sit inside. If you're at the gas station, ensure that you take the keys out of the ignition when you're going out. Many of the car thefts happen when the keys are still inside. So ensure that you are very alert of your surroundings. Try not to go in a secluded place and getting out of your car. Ensure that you do that during the daytime. So these are some simple steps. The second thing is to get a Faraday box. A Faraday box or a pouch is something in which you can keep your keys in, and this prevents the signal of the keys going out. As I said, the second way the thieves are stealing the cars are through the signal booster. If you keep your key in this pouch, the key will not emit those signals, so thereby that method will not be as effective. I have linked in the description the link to one of the Faraday boxes from Amazon. You can consider ordering that if you find it helpful. The third method that you can take is tracking your car. Some of the car companies, especially luxury cars, have their own service, like Mercedes has a Me Mercedes, through which you can track your car always and give your location to police authorities as soon as you know that the car has been stolen. Another way is to keep multiple AirTags hidden in your car so that you can find out the location once your car has been stolen. So tracking your car is another effective way to prevent this crime and at least alert the authorities once your car has been stolen. The last step is to not keep any valuables in your car. This is a very obvious step in case your car does get stolen, which I hope it does not happen, but at least you will not lose any of your belongings. Lastly, as I say again, please don't try to engage or have a physical altercation with any of the criminals. It can be very dangerous to you, so please stay alert and stay safe. So this was the end of the video. Hope this video was helpful for you to understand the car theft problem in Canada. In case we missed out on anything, please do highlight in the comment section, and if you found it valuable, please share it with your friends and family living in Canada so that they can be safe as well. If you want us to make more informational videos like this, please reach out to us in the comment section or on our Instagram handle at bkind18. We will see you again in the future. Take care.